Hello. Oh, another day. We're going to work back in this journal. That is our October journal. It's Lindsay from the Vintage Button, by the way, in case you've just stumbled upon us. I junk journal and slow stitch, and today we are junk journaling. So, I think it was Sally who said about a wise woman book. So this is what this is going to be. It's our wise woman book. So not necessarily, it's not going to be full of quotes, but I thought I would stick some quotes in. And today's quote is one I've not heard before, but I went on Pinterest when I finished work. Let me just tear this down. And I quite like it, because I think I like my tea. It's very English, but it's said by an American president's wife. So it says, a woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she's put into hot water. Which I think is very true. We don't know how strong we are until we have to face some form of adversity or hot water. So what I did was I found like the bottom of the page where I knew there would be a strip of nice vintagey paper. This is from a 1960s gardening book, and then I have in my stash of things that I make, if you're new, I make my ephemera. I don't buy single-use craft items, so I make my ephemera. So this is a stamp that's a first-class stamp from Durham to Lancaster, fake stamp thing that I quite like for the border. So I just stamp them onto book page because I know that I will more than likely cut out this middle bit and make it into a border or a slide or loads of different things. So I've cut that out, and then I sort of found an edge of a page that it would fit over, and then I've written the quote inside. I don't mind my handwriting. I don't have particularly nice handwriting, but it's all part of the journal. I don't do perfection, so I don't have patience to learn calligraphy. I have some little tricks that I do to sort of like make my handwriting different sometimes, and sometimes I just put my handwriting in. I could print it out. There's lots of different ways. I could stamp it out individually, but I haven't got time for that. What I do have time for is just to write it out. So I have that. Then I have an old tea bag packet. Mint tea, which is a big favourite in our house, unless you're my husband who can't stand the taste or smell of mint. So we're going to doctor this up a little bit. We're going to do some things to it. But should we start doing that? Let's get that paper back. Oh, that'll do. Let's put it on some paper. And I'm going to decide which side I think would look best. I don't particularly like the Tetley, but I could, instead of getting my hole punches, which are just sort of behind the camera, I could use the Tetley label. If you're not British, Tetley is a brand of tea. It's like one of the big brands. And it is our preferred brand, actually. Now the thing is, what made me chuckle about this is I don't particularly like strong tea. I drink green tea, so I don't drink tea as it's traditionally made with like black tea with milk and sugar. I used to, but when I was in my 20s, oh, I've got a little, I had some antibiotics for a long time. And they put me off the taste of warm milk. So it literally, I was a milk and 2 sugar girl, and it just spoiled it for me. I'm just taking some sandpaper and I'm changing this tea bag packet, taking off the gloss and taking off some of the paint or ink. I don't know what we're going to replace it with. We might just leave it like that. We shall see what we've got on the desk. Right, so got all that all over my hands. There we go. about this. So somehow we're going to put this in here. What page? So I'll go a bit further back. It's nice to jump around. Do we want it on the black? Or do we want it on that? Oh, the black. I'm liking the black. Okay, so we have that. Need to work out what we've got. We've got that, but I think that would work. I think this might become our tea bag. Because it's floral. I don't know why. And I don't know how. But we will, I'm just trying to work out how would we do this. How do I want to do it? Oh, I think I might do it that way. Okay. I don't have my staple going. Do you know, I noticed my stapler is actually in my bedroom. We won't bother with the stapler, we'll just glue it. But we're making a sort of little bag situation. Little tea bag. Do that, fold that over. Oh, I like that. Again, I'm not very precise. There are probably videos that'll show you how to fold a perfect tea bag. It's not gonna be me. Okay, but that does look like a tea bag. It's about the right size of one. So we have that. I think I want some of this. Do I have some of that? I think that's gone back in there. We've got this. Oh, we could have it with a little... Oh, I like that idea actually. Let's see. I don't want to come off the edge like I was last night, I realised. Let's do that. I've got dinner in the oven, so we won't be too long. Let's trim that down. I've really no idea what I'm doing, other than I found the quote and then I thought, oh, I've got some tea bag packets. I don't save every tea bag packet I've got, but I save the odd one. I have, in fact, they're going in the advent calendars. Was it a couple of years ago? I got some tea from Fortnum and Mason's, which is like basically a royalty shop. And my husband, I love Spode Transferware, which is from Stoke-on-Trent in this country, but it's all over the world. Transferware, you'll know that if you can. It's like antique plates. And I have some of the Italian, it's like chinoiserie teacups in the like blue, like willow pattern blue. It's not willow pattern, but it's like the same kind of colour blue. And I wanted, oh, I like that. Okay. I wanted a nice sort of like eau de Nil, like they have a certain colour. It's not that far off that colour really. That's like the Fortnum and Mason's colour, and they do special Spode just for them. So I think it must have been a wedding anniversary where it was porcelain or something like that. So he got me this eau de Nil teacup and some like tea bags to go with it basically. So I want a Spode teapot now. I've got lots of teapots, but I think I want one of those Italian teapots. So next time, not the next time because it'll be Christmas, but another time when we go up to Wigan, Stoke-on-Trent, where the Spode factory used to be. It's not there anymore. I don't know where it is. But they have like a little museum and then a shop where you can buy antique Spode, basically. I'm going to go in there because it's a nice stop off. You can like have a cup of tea and use a loo. I think the museum's free. I think there's some bits you pay for and there's some bits that are free. But it's been one of those places we've just stopped off. We've just got off the motorway. And used it that way. So if you can hear people noise, I've left the door open just because His Majesty was asleep in the bedroom all day while I was working in there. And he might well just get up again like he did yesterday. So if you can hear my husband laughing, that's because he's just finished work. He's probably very relieved. Okay. I like that. I'm filming. Okay, he's going to go and disturb the cat. So there we go, there's our tea bag. I like that. Do we want... Right. So we need to do some things with this. Let's have a look, see what we got. What have we got behind me? I should have thought this through. We might have to use some... I was going to use some fabric, but I think we might have to use papery bits. What have we got in here? I don't want to use that. Mind. Oh, I've forgotten. So we have, yeah, I've had a day full of appointments, which I've not had like a full appointment day in a while because of illness. And it's been really good, really. It's been nice. I've got my case management tomorrow though. Oh, I've got that. So this is some, it's a receipt. It's an Aldi receipt. And I just poured paint on it. It was last year. It was part of last year's journal. Okay, I quite like that. Oh, she would have made a good tea bag. We can put her in anywhere. It made me laugh because when I was a child, there was this programme and it had a character who was the baddie called Teabag. And everybody didn't like Teabag. If you're British, it wasn't Grotback. I can't remember what it was from, but there was this character called Teabag. So if you can remember it. I think it was on ITV. I don't think it was on BBC. You know, back in the days when you only had 2 channels to watch when you were a child. Okay, so we have this. It's like kind of grapevine-y. We've got some black and white illuminated text, which I quite like. We have her. She can sort of somehow be included. I wonder if I make it more like a tuck spot. Make it more like a tuck spot, then we can fit all the things in. She can sort of be peeking out. Okay. What are we up to? About halfway through. Halfway through. Do I want that? Oh, where's that? I don't know. It's whether I've got any left. I want that little greenery bits. I could cut that up. That off. Oh, quite like that butterfly. What are you? Yeah, so it's been an alright day really. Because I've got my case management tomorrow. Oh, I wanted one like that. That's what I wanted. Which will be the first one in a long time because of illness. So we shall see what we shall see then. But I'm sure it'll be alright. I've got to say, it's the first time I've worked somewhere, which is good considering what I do. I'm not telling you what I do, other than I work in the mental health field. Where we actually all look after one another's health, physical and mental health. It's like a really supportive atmosphere, and I have never quite had a job like it. I had an ex-colleague message me the other day saying, "Oh, how are you getting on?" Because it's been like nearly a year, and I was just like, I'm loving it. It's good. It's good to find somewhere that you feel appreciated and it's work you can see real value in and all kind. And I'm not saying that other jobs I've had, I've not been able to do that, but it's just been particularly good. This job. Okay. So we've got that, which I'm going to cover up. Let's push that down there then. I quite like that. Put her there. And then just stick some bits around. To make it feel a bit autumnal. So it's not springy. And it is firmly teapot weather. Had lots of cups of tea today. So I drink green tea in the morning. I actually drink green mint tea, which is just basically because I'm a bit of a heathen. It's a mint tea bag and a green tea bag together, sort of infusing together, make my own blend. And so I'll have like a few cups of that in the morning, or I'll make a pot of that, and then I switch over to Red Bush, which is a South African tea. My husband is South African, and that's how I ended up drinking Red Bush. Never drunk it before. But we drink it now. It's our afternoon, evening. I will probably have that with some of my dinner actually. The weather has been funny. It's been like warm but clammy. So it's actually not felt inside, it's not felt very warm. We've got all the dehumidifiers going like crazy. Oh no, that one's just coming out. That's just the way it is. I might do that one as well, because we're layering up. Yeah. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Okay, I'm going to do my gold trick around Mrs. Roosevelt. See, can't talk. That sounds very Dutch, that actually, doesn't it? The Velt bit is very Dutch. Just as you probably don't get taught in America about like kings and queens of like Europe, and particularly, you know, after good old Mad King George, you probably don't get that in your history classes. We don't really get a lot of American history other than the World War, but we don't. But then we don't get Italian history after like the Renaissance, or, you know, we get some French history. We get classics, kind of. You get like ancient Greeks and Romans and stuff. But some of that is because of like the influence on our own culture, I think. It's funny, my mum was saying that like my hometown is a really old town. It was a Celtic town before it was a Roman town, so it is like thousands and thousands of years old. And there was this local politician came to one of her little groups she goes to, and like all the old people, obviously they see like how the town has gone through changes, and not all of them positive. And you know how politicians are, they want you to think that they're amazing and continue, you know, say all the good things or what they've done. So this woman came in about, there was some archaeological digging and my mum was saying that really there should be building work doing on this thing, but it's been held up by archaeological digging, and she doesn't believe that it's you know, like that's a real thing. Even though, right, my older brother, who lives sort of 2 minutes away from her, part of his job is to sort of evaluate sites before like they get built on, you know, like potential construction sites. So it's just funny because I was like, I'm sure Neil's told you different. She's like, no, this councillor woman says it's all because of the Romans. They're having to do what was it, archaeology. She said to this councillor lady, do you think we're all stupid? She says the place is full of Roman remains in everybody's back garden. So yeah, it didn't go down too well with the old ladies at the lunch club. I think she thought that they wouldn't know that, you know, the history of the town, but everybody was quite like the town's motto is ancient and loyal. It was royalist in the Civil War. It's kind of, you know, everybody. It's a very working class town, but everybody's really aware of its history. So yeah, she got given what for. She's a funny thing, my mother. Very strong lady though. She's been through lots and lots of hot water. Very strong lady. Okay, so I like that. I'm hoping this glue, which is Fabri-Tac basically, will hold onto that shiny surface. But let's make it into a tuck spot, so I'm actually going to glue that on. Don't think we'll quite have it finished in 6 minutes, but that's okay. So we're having sort of a chicken tray bake. Well, it's not really a tray bake, it's in my Le Creuset, my big one. I just went downstairs and chucked a load of stuff in it, came back up, whacked it in the oven. I am so not a domestic anything. Certainly not a domestic goddess. Right, I like that, but I think we need it to dry before I fully put that in. Let's do some gold around the outside. Yeah. So don't forget about the giveaway. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Press like and comment. Tell me what you're crafting. Okay, so I've got this one, which I don't know if this is glued down yet. Might leave that there for now. But I want her sticking out. Okay, she needs to be backed onto something. We'll use this book page. I've been looking at Christmas things. I've got an idea for my Christmas journal. It's not quite going to be what I originally planned. I actually originally planned to do a gingerbread house journal using a big brown bag, and then I kind of took the idea for this to be like a bag journal. So that might go, I don't know, we could do that Christmas in July or something. I'm not too busy with Junk Journal July. I might do that slightly different. I might do Junk Journal January, but do that slightly different. I started one last year and I just didn't do it. I don't know why. Why did I not do it? I don't know. I do have tools to do that. I even have punches. Got crocodile there. Oh well, never mind. Never mind, eh? What have we got here? Let's have some of that. Tooly stuff. This is off the hat that we made. And I think, because I was like, oh, am I done with the black velvet? I don't think I am, you know. I think we're going to make like a little bag, like a treasure bag on Sunday, which is quite exciting. Let's put that all. You can tell I'm getting tired. That's why I just wanted to do little half-an-hour crafts, because it will do my mental health good. But not overdo it. But we're nearly there. That's somebody messaging me. There's our little tea bag. And a dingly dangly doo. We'll stop it there, even though it'll be a couple of minutes because we'll talk about the giveaway, which are somewhere. So there we go. That's our tea bag packet with our homemade tea bag in it. A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong she is until she's put in hot water. And then we've got a lovely little lady that I think is from a Secret Garden kit on Etsy. There we go. Just shy of half an hour. So let's see, can I reach, what have I done with the advent calendar? I can't see it, I'm shaking the camera. I've tried to do a little bit of tidying up, so I've put it somewhere to be safe. Okay, so it's an advent calendar made of a Victorian book. Oh, it's here, staring at my face. There we go. It's going to get sorted this weekend, I am positive. By hook or by crook. We're going to do a giveaway very, very shortly. So subscribe, like and comment. That's an entry. You get all kinds of things. It'll be full of little presents that you'll be able to take off and open every day like an advent calendar. So yeah, there we go. Oh, I started again. So let me know what you're crafting. It was lovely to spend time with you. Thank you for helping me decompress from my working day, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye bye.